Good morning.
All right. Yeah.
Can you tell us what you heard in the meeting? And
I'm
was
sorry,
it...
hold on one second here.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Can you tell us what you heard in the meeting just now, and was it satisfactory to you?
Yeah, well, I mean, this really confirmed the things that's in the general in the media and in the ether, that it was absolutely organized and very precise, and I guess they would describe its execution as flawless. And this wasn't some guys woke up in the morning and say, hey, let's shoot some shit up. You know, like this was incredibly organized, and they had a lot of intelligence, and they have the support of the nations in the region well now too. So this was highly, highly organized, and I remain, in fact, if anything, it deepened my appreciation of our military and what they've accomplished for that. And that's also part of the bigger conversation here, why I could ever vote or shut our government down. You know, those heroes weren't paid for 40-some days. I mean, it's a disgrace. But regardless, you know, like for me, find a Democrat when they're walking by that all wanted Maduro gone, and now suddenly they've changed their views. Why? Why? You know, why is that's changed? Less than a year ago, Joe Biden put $25 million on Maduro's head. Why? Why not? Why not get rid of him?
Did you hear anything about what's next for the region and U.S. involvement in the region?
Yeah, of course there's contingent plans, but there's a lot of concerns, obviously. I'm not saying it, but please stop say, well, this could be Iraq. It has nothing in common with Iraq, any more than it had with Iran in that situation. All the so-called experts said that, oh, the Middle East was going to burn if we strike those sites. Absolutely did not happen. In fact, the exact opposite happened.
Senator, any questions about the legality of what happened attacking a sovereign nation, even though there's disputes about the president and his election?
Well, I'm saying, I think everybody agreed that he was not the legitimate president of Venezuela. In fact, if not all, of people in my party would have agreed that too.
Do they offer any indication of the plans for Greenland? We've heard this heightened rhetoric from the Trump administration.
No, Greenland did not come up in that specifically. For me, I think the ideal situation would be to purchase it. That's not a new conversation. You know, for 80 years, you know, America discussed acquiring it. You know, I would never support invading Greenland. People forget Greenland is 3 times the size of Texas. Most of it is a gigantic ice sheet, and it has fewer people than in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, you know. So, I mean, America, you know, we are the force of good and democracy in the world. You know, we're not a bully. You know, I'll never support we're going to steal some kid's lunch money, you know, and do that. And so, like, you know, I don't support that. We have to find a way forward to deepen, because it's undeniable. Greenland has important strategic value, militarily, but also significant amounts of the rare minerals as well, too.
And concerns about the seizures of the tanker this morning, which is now Russian flagged, is that a concern that could escalate?
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Calling bullshit on the Russians, you know, on the dirty Russians. Absolutely. Finally standing up and pushing back on Russia, you know. And it's like that was an attention getter for members in BRICS, you know. Like if I'm in Iran, look what's happening in Iran too, the so-called experts now. Iran continues to deteriorate for that poisonous regime, you know. So like I'm saying, you know, maybe the experts are just pipe up and just finally watch how things seems to really happening after some of these choices were made.
Are you going to vote for the war powers